How was your night? Please, I come again this morning to deliver the part 2 of the message which I started with you yesterday, being 25th. We are going to handle the part 2 this morning. Like I said yesterday, even if you are taking your bath, all I want you to do, just take the camera into the bathroom, keep it there, watch me. You are going to hear something. And as you are watching, please share the broadcast. Share it, please. Share it. Share it. Can I have some people come online? Please come online. Come online. Come online. Come online. Come online. Yes. Wow. I can see we have 5 people now. Come on. Please share this video. Share this video. This is a video that is going to be a blessing to you, to your brothers, to your sisters, and everyone that will come across it. Dealing with the spirit of like father, like son. Part 2. I want us to look at the book of Genesis chapter 12. Let's see Genesis chapter 12. This spirit of like father, like son is a spirit that too many people don't really understand what they are going through. But by the grace of God, I come this morning in order to give you revelations, what you need to know on what is happening to you. Revelation chapter 12 verse 10. Let us see verse 10. And there was a famine in the land. And Abraham went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. And there was famine in the land, that Abraham left his place and went down to Egypt to sojourn there. Let us see another Bible scripture in the same Genesis chapter 26. Let's see Genesis 26. Genesis 26. Let's start reading from verse 1. And there was famine in the land beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, and the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in the land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee. For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I sworn unto Abraham thy father. Everybody look up here. Listen, anytime a demon that dealt with your father wants to deal with you, that spirit will come up like the same pattern he uses on your father's time. Look at what happened here. During the time of Abraham, Abraham experienced famine. Bible said there was a famine in the land that made Abraham to leave the place and went down to Egypt. The same famine that occurred during the time of Abraham now occurred during the time of Isaac. The spirit of like father, like son is a spirit that follows your father. Exactly what happened to your father, exactly what happened to your mother. If you look into your life, you will experience the same thing. Look at the same famine that occurred during the time of Abraham, occurred during the time of Isaac. And look at what happened here. When this problem occurred in the life of Abraham on that faithful day, in this part of the scripture, chapter 10 of Genesis, you will discover that Abraham left the place and went down to Egypt. It was in Egypt he lost the wife. Abraham lost the wife because of the famine. There was famine in the land, and Abraham left the city. And this time, there was famine in the land during the time of Isaac. And Isaac wanted to go down to Egypt. And the Lord said to him, do not go down to Egypt. Don't try it. Don't try to go down to Egypt. Please do it here. God said to Abraham, God said to Isaac, if you go to Egypt, what happens to your father will happen to you. There are people, anytime they have problem, they will still go back to where their father went to. Can I shock you? Some of the young boys you see that is going from one native doctor to another today, that is where their father went to during the difficult time of their fathers. Can I talk to you? The problem you have is not that you are experiencing what your father experienced. The problem you have is that you don't have the knowledge your father has. You're supposed to have a bigger knowledge more than your father. Stop fighting for things that doesn't exist. There are things that is dealing with you. There are things you need to find out. There are things you need to deal with. And what is that thing? That spirit that dealt with your father. That spirit that dealt with your mother. Go and check. Go and check. There are different women in different families. Some women got married to 2 husbands. What was the cause of that problem? The cause of that problem was because of this spirit I'm talking about. There are some ladies, go and check the type of husband they got married to. It was the same husband their mother got married to. Go and check. If you enter into some families, you will discover that the mother of this lady gave birth to three daughters. This girl has given birth to 3 daughters and no son. Sit down and calculate. Sit down. I know one family in Anambra State. When I went to that family for family prayers, I discovered something. There were 5 girls, and 5 of them put to bed in their father's house before getting married. Then when I went there for prayers, the Spirit of the Lord said to me, their great-grandmother put bed at home before getting married. Their mom put to bed at home, before getting married. There's something with the daughters. There's something with the daughters. What is happening to you is something that you really need to discover and deal with. Discover it. What do you know about your father's house? If I may ask you, what do you know about your father's house? What do you know about your mom? What do you know about your dad? Can you tell me? Tell me what you know about your dad. Tell me what you know about your mom. Tell me what you know about that family you are coming from. Tell me. Did you know anything about it? If you don't know, please do not be carried away. We are all Christians. We all know the Bible. Go and discover what is wrong with you. You don't need to be going for this one prayer houses to another to get a solution to it. I will give you a solution to that. They have collected so many money all in the name of family liberation. Let me tell you, every problem cannot be solved with family liberation. It's not all about family liberation. It's all about mental deliverance. It's all about mindset deliverance. You need mindset deliverance. You need on how to discover what is happening in your lineage and what has happened in your lineage and how to handle it. And God said to Isaac, don't go down to Egypt. That is where your father went to. Where are you going? And what are you doing now? Go and check. One young boy came here for a prayer. After praying for him, I saw him with a nylon bag, walking, talking bag. When I saw that, the Spirit of the Lord said to me that he was just rejected from where he was serving. This young man has served for 7 years. Just 1 year to be settled, he was sent away. He was accused of stealing meat from the pot. For 7 years, he was accused of stealing meat, ordinary meat, from the pot of soup. Then, while I was praying, asking God, the Lord said to me that this is the 3rd son in the family. And this young man just came back. The senior brother came back with the same issue. The second one came back with the same issue. Then, while I was still trying to find out where the origin of this problem started, the Lord opened my eyes. I saw their father, where their father came back with a cellophane when he went out to serve in 80s. While I was praying, I was asking God, what is the problem? The Lord said to me that this is the spirit of like father, like son, dealing with this family. I said, can you call your father? He said, yes, I can call my father. I said, go and call your father. He went and said for the father. The father came. I was asking the father, what is happening? What is going on? Why is all your sons coming back without settlement? The father said to me, man of God, I don't know what is wrong, but I think it is my brother who is after my sons. It's my brother who is after my sons. I laughed. When I was praying, the Lord said to me, remind this man on how he was rejected and sent away on the 5th year, about to be settled, when he went to serve. I reminded that man. The man said, now I remember. Do you know, I couldn't even remember that something like this has happened to me. I opened his eyes. I showed him it happens to you. It happens to your first son. It happened to the second son. And it happened to the third son. This is a spirit you need to deal with. This is a spirit you need to deal with. There is a family you will enter. When you enter into that family, you will discover everybody will try to start doing well at the beginning. Before you know it, everyone will be on the floor. There is a spirit dealing with them. There is a spirit. This thing is even affecting some pastors. It's affecting many pastors so much. Go and check. There are too many pastors who have gotten married. One, the first wife, the second wife, the third wife, and even the fourth wife. What is the problem? The problem is this spirit. Many of them are ignorant of this. If the spirit of polygamy that is in your lineage wants to deal with you, you can get married to an angel. You can get married to an angel. Tomorrow, if that demon wants to set in for you to revisit your foundation, look at what will happen. The spirit will enter your wife. When the spirit entered your wife, that angelic wife you got married to will turn to Satan. Your wife will begin to behave abnormal. Before you know it, friends will begin to talk to you and tell you anybody who lives with this kind of a woman can never live long. All you need to do is to go and marry. Go and look for somebody and marry so that you can live long. And you will start making friends outside. Before you know it, mistakenly, if you got that lady you have something to do with pregnant and bring her home, immediately you bring that lady home, the spirit in your wife will leave your wife. And at that time, you have revisited your foundation, and there is no two ways about it. Many people will tell you, my father got married of 3 wives, and I will make it 5, I will make it 6. You are not doing that with your eyes. Something is wrong with you. This spirit is really fighting with you. This spirit is really dealing with you. The spirit of like father, like son. Look at there was a famine during the time of Abraham, and there's the same famine that repeated itself during the time of Isaac. I know you are going to work. I want to leave you so that you can get ready and go to work. Just wait for me on the part 3 of this program, which is tomorrow morning by 6 a.m. I love you.